Good evening, everyone. Chris Schultz, along with Frank Vajner.
I'm back.
FridayNightVictors.com. We are doing our Week 9 picks.
Yep.
We have Gary Hoff is behind the glass. How you doing back there, Gary?
Yes, sir.
He's here. But we're going to do our Week 9 picks. We've got a few more games than normal, so we're probably going to have to zoom through them a little bit. I do want to give a shout-out to some of our sponsors. Gerwick Nissan, they sponsor our game of the week all the time. Really appreciate what they do for us. Go buy a car from them. Also, Level Up Training. Got a lot of good things going over there on Stewart Road.
John Garabino is the man to go see.
Yep. Also, we got JJ Sports Video.
Jared Jansen, my good friend, runs that.
Does a great job. You're looking for highlight tapes. You want to put something together for graduation, for recruiting, whatever. Pretty cool stuff. Who else we got out there? Monroe Sports, Varsity Athletic. Randy did these nice shirts for us, FNV shirts. We got Cakes by Stephanie. We got the hot dog guy. We got
Little
Paint
Vinny's,
the Town guy.
Mike Murphy.
Yeah, so...
Peg and Joe Bellino, Broadway Market. I know Gary always mentions them.
That's everybody. All right, let's jump right in this. How you doing today? You good?
Yeah, I'm doing well.
It's good to have you.
Better than last week.
We had a huge response with you being on. That's why we have you back. And Frank has been a valuable contributor to the website. And well, let's jump into it. We're gonna go big game real quick here. SEC Red, Monroe, 3-5. Trojans traveling out to 7-1. Lake Orion.
Lake Orion, top 10 in Division 1. This is an easy pick for me. I'm taking Lake Orion.
Yeah, nothing against the Trojans. I'm going. Are they the Dragons?
Yeah, they're the Dragons.
The Dragons. They're green and white.
Yeah, fun fact, my cousin Troy actually is a senior at Monroe on the offensive line. Been doing a good job there. Tough season, but he's been playing well.
Oh, cool. Very cool. All right, I'm going to go with Lake Orion as well. And that's a long trip, and it's going to be a long trip home, I think. This is a big game. Also, SEC Red. I know we're kind of up in the air on this. 6-2 Bedford is traveling to 7-1 Coldwater.
Yeah, this is a tricky one as well. Coldwater's only loss was to Jackson Lumen Christie, who is just on another planet. And
they're a D7 school.
Yeah, but they could probably beat about anybody or at least play with anybody. I'm tempted to go Coldwater here just because they're the home team, but then again, I haven't seen anyone that can stop Christian Brown, so I'm actually going to go Bedford.
Oh, you flipped your pick. Real quick, what is Coldwater's mascot? Cardinals?
Cardinals.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I've actually been to their baseball field, too. It's very nice.
Okay. Makes no difference to me. Bedford's going to win. They're bigger, stronger, faster. I'm sure Coldwater has a good football team. They are coming off a year where they struggled last year in 2018. I'm going to go with Bedford. I don't think Coldwater's seen a team like this all year.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Okay, next up, another big game. Undefeated 8-0 Hillsdale is traveling to 5-3 Dundee. You will be first on the field.
Yes,
on Friday
I will.
Night there. Keep it short. What do you got?
Oh, man, this is a huge game. It's also the last game that will likely be played at Dundee's current stadium. They're getting a new one next year.
They're just throwing around money over there. That's good to hear. A nice donation came in, and they're going to expand on things.
And, I'm starting to think that maybe there's something going here after they throttled Columbia Central in Week 7, who Hillsdale only beat 21-6. But you know what? I'm going to be a homer here. I'm taking Dundee. They're going to be fired up. They want to end their era at their current stadium on a high note.
Wow. Okay. You're Dundee. Gary, what are you doing on this one back there?
I'd have to take Hillsdale to go 9-0.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do this. I'm going with you as well. I'm picking Dundee. I think they come up with something to stop the T. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I'll say, 16-14, 2-point conversion by the Vikings to win the game in an upset special and vaults them into the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, okay, next, another good team coming to Monroe County. 6-2 Blissfield travels to your alma mater, Ida, who is 3-5. Thoughts on this game?
Well, it's been a down year for Ida. They're 3-5 and they have to take their lumps, and I think they're kind of looking to build towards the future. They're going to be a lot better next year, but
I think you're right.
I think Blissfield is on a different level. I'm taking Blissfield in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Blissfield as well. I think this is just an off season for Ida real quick. I think they're going to turn around things next year, but I'm going to go with Blissfield as well. All right, let's jump over to 2-6. Erie Mason is traveling out to Onstead, who is an impressive 6-2. Thoughts on this game?
Yeah, this is also the last game for Erie Mason in the Lenawee County Athletics Association. They're going to the Tri-County next year. I know that Rob Boudry wants to leave the LCAA on a high note, and I have heard that Onstead could be without at least a couple of players.
Oh, don't do it, Frank.
But I cannot pick against Onstead at home. I got to go Onstead, so I'll take the Cats in this one.
Okay, I am going to do something crazy that I never, ever do, and I am going to go with Erie Mason Eagles on this.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's going to be high scoring. I think you're talking high 40s, low 50s in a regulation game. Bring out the offense. Give me Erie Mason, close it out in the LCAA. Call me crazy.
Yeah,
I have a hunch.
I hope it does happen.
I'd like to see that. So,
yeah.
All right, let's jump over to big Tri-County Conference matchup between two of our teams, 3-5 Summerfield at 5-3 Whiteford.
The Battle of US 23. And Summerfield is having a bit of a rough year.
They have a good quarterback.
They do.
Young coach.
But I think, and I know it's a rivalry game, you say, like we said last week, rivalry games, you throw the records out the window. I don't think this is the case here. I think Jason Metzig and company, they're focused on taking care of business. They are going to get that 6th win, which I think they were going to get in anyway at 5-4, but they're going to make sure they get 6, take care of business.
Okay, I'm going to go with Whiteford as well. I think they just have a little bit too much for Summerfield this year. Next, we have a barn burner in the Huron League. We have 0-8 Melvindale traveling out to 5-3 Airport. The Jets need one more win to automatically qualify for the playoffs. Thoughts on this game? Derek Anderson, all-time leading rusher, I believe, at
Yes.
At Airport. Coaches, Melvindale, are struggling a little bit this year. They made their move over to the Western Wayne. Hasn't really worked out for them. Thoughts on this?
I'm going to take Jim Duffy and company to punch their ticket to the playoffs.
I would agree with that. I'm going to go with Airport as well. All right, next up we have Detroit Voyager Prep. I wrote down 4-2, but I think they're 4-4. That must have been a miscalculation by me. I was in a hurry today. They're traveling to the 2-6 Jefferson Bears.
Well, Jefferson's been a lot better this year.
Heck yeah,
they're taking steps in the right direction. Voyager, I know they've looked better than they were last year, but I think Jefferson at home, they're gonna lay the bricks for next year, go out on a high note with a win.
Okay, Voyager, I was starting to think this was going to be a game that would trip up the Bears. Voyager has a couple good wins, but they have a couple bad losses as well. It's probably one of those things you never know who's going to be in the lineup. I would say week 9, if they win, maybe they sneak in. Tough to tell, but I'm going to go with the Jefferson Bears as well to get a win there. All right, next up, staying in the Huron League, we have 5-3 Garden City traveling over to 3-5 Huron. Last year, Garden City was a playoff team. Huron went into their stadium and beat them. Your thoughts on this game? Garden City needs a win to be an automatic qualifier. I don't know if they get in at 5-4. I don't think they do.
See, the Western Wayne Athletic Conference, I have not been a big fan of.
They are better. They are better than they have been in the past. I know Gary's not a big fan.
That is true.
But they are better this year.
But I this is one I'm gonna have to see to believe. But I'm actually taking the home team. Chiefs crash the party.
Yep, I'm gonna say Huron wins this game as well. They are starting to click. Their quarterback Austin Meyer is really playing well.
Yeah.
They've got some good young skill kids over there. Gary says they're a year away. Of course, they're always a year away. But I'm gonna go with the mighty Chiefs of New Boston Huron. Next, we have the Fly Rock Rams, 2-7. Just kind of just can't seem to get over the hump. Lost a
Yeah,
bunch of close games again. They are traveling to one. Actually, it's 2-6 Flat Rock. I'm sorry, is at 1-7 Ann Arbor Huron.
Well, I know that over the last year we were kind of beating a dead horse about how Ann Arbor Huron had a long losing streak. Well, they broke that losing streak in week 1 against E-Course. And Flat Rock, if this is a Flat Rock that was just kind of beating a lot of close games, I'd probably go Rams here, but it seems like they've just kind of petered out. I'm actually going to go with Ann Arbor Huron here.
You're going to go with the River Rats.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to go with my alma mater, the Flat Rock Rams, in a close game, though. All right, we got 4 more games we got to pick in about 4 minutes, so we got to move quickly here. 4-4 Crestwood is at 1-7 Groseal. Far cry from last year when both teams were 8-0 entering the game. Thoughts on this?
I am going to go with, is it Giuseppe Pizzo? I think it was Grown. I call him Gillespie. Is that right, Gary? I'm gonna take the Devils here. They're on the island. They go out on a high note and try to get something going for next year.
Yep, I agree with that. I think strange things happen on the island, and the Red Devils will win this game against Crestwood. Next, we have an old SEC matchup, and probably was a Huron League matchup at some point along the way. 8-0 Milan is traveling to 1-7 Tecumseh.
I'll take Milan. Tristan Hines is going to put an exclamation point on an incredible regular season. Although he may not play in the third quarter and fourth quarter because it may be a blowout.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what to expect from this game other than I think, Milan probably wins. It's just, they're kind of on opposite ends of the spectrum right now. All right, next is a big game, and Gary, you called this early in the season. You thought this would be a big game with 6-2 Riverview going to 7-1 Redford Thurston.
Ooh,
this is a good game. It's a real good game. I think at the beginning of the season, you think the Bucks this might be a gimme. Not that Thurston's not a good program, but I
think it's going to be a low-scoring slugfest.
They're
just going to battle it out. Defense.
This is a tough one for me. I mean, Riverview they're in the playoffs. Thurston's in the playoffs. It is on the road. You know what? I'm going to take the Pirates here. Just something tells me the Pirates are going to get it done. And Thurston's, I think, is another Western Wayne team. I know you said they're better, but again, I'm not sold on teams from the Western Wayne entirely.
Okay. This is a tough one as well. I think Thurston is really, really well coached. Guy's been there forever. His name escapes me. But they are a very, very well coached team. With that said, I think Riverview's just a little bit better than Thurston. I'd probably pick Riverview here in like a 28-27 classic game in Redford. Last game, we got to wrap it up here. The Gerwick Nissan Game of the Week is in the Downriver League. 6-2 Wyandotte Roosevelt travels over to 6-2 Carlson. A battle between two teams that have always been up near the top of the Downriver League. Right now, they're tied for second with each other. Two great coaches, Jack Jarmo, Ron Adams over at Roosevelt. Frank, your thoughts?
I think the pilot lights finally turned on for Carlson. I know they've been beating up on some pretty bad teams, but I think that Giarbo's got it rolling. I'm going to take the Marauders here. Okay.
I think Carlson's been playing really, really well, and they're going to be in Division III, and Division III is tough. This is a great game to prepare them for Division III because I think Roosevelt's a solid team. They run multiple offensive sets. They're obviously well coached, but I am going to go with the Carlson Marauders as well. So that's our last pick. We're running out of time. We'd like to thank you for watching FridayNightVictors.com. Gary, thanks for producing in the back.
The greatest.
And we'll see everybody next week.